seen any footage, and without giving away any spoilers, I'm really curious, anyone on the panel can answer this, but it sounds like you have a really interesting challenge in front of you, because horror movies or supernatural movies that have central characters that are teenagers, they have to have this balance between being authentic, that today's teenagers can relate to, but without coming across as too dated. Like, for instance, if you see this movie 2 years from now, people will, just sort of be a little bit, I would say, well, they would look like, it would look like something that, just came out at a certain period of time on YouTube. So can you talk a little bit about that balance that you achieved as actors, and also as a writer and director, maybe input that you received from young people in terms of, the dialogue that had to be authentic, the mannerisms, maybe even choices like, what to put in a film in terms of the technology that kids use nowadays. Just if you could talk a little bit about that.
Can I say one really quick thing about that, is that to me, because I've read so many scripts where you get teenagers and they're saying like, hey bro, let's go to the Neato place and hang out with the bros. And it's a turn on. To me, what Richard did is he made these teenagers people, and they're just people, and there isn't some attempt to try to capture, we live in a world that is there's so many different kinds of subcultures of teenagers all over the place. There's no way to capture how every teenager is. So he really treated them all like real characters, like real people, and didn't try to create some kind of style of teenagerness that exists, and that's,
And for me, there are certain things that never go out or are never dated. Characters are people who are smart, who have wit, who are literate. These people last centuries. So that's how I created these two characters. So they're not just of this culture that comes and goes in waves and everything is over, within hours. That kind of classic character will last forever. If anything, Emmy's character, I'm a huge film geek, so my favorite films are from the 30s through the 70s is my golden period. It's a big one. And so we decided to have some fun with Emmy's character, and every time she incarnates as a siren, I said to my costume designer, Jeffrey Kurland, I said, let's just have fun with it. I don't care if the younger generation gets it or not. I said, but let's make her a film icon, like someone that we love. So in one, she's Rita Hayworth from Gilda. In another one, she's Marilyn Monroe from River of Return. And in another one, she's Doris Day, because she's trying to be safe and nice. And if we get it, we'll laugh at it. If anybody else, they get it, they get it. They don't, they don't. But those are classic, to me, those are classic, iconic ideas that don't go out of date.
Also, the film doesn't just take place now in this small town. There are flashbacks to show that this curse has been in the Duquesne family line for centuries. There's a flashback to it happening, in the Civil War time. And so it doesn't just take place now. And the themes about love and Romeo and Juliet and people first love, that you can't be together, those kinds of things are things that have been universal forever.
Emmy was saying, it is just, there are constant themes in the movie. It's just a human story. I think people are expecting it to be all supernatural, and in a sense, like when it's a supernatural story, sometimes you can't immediately relate to it, but it is a human story, and I think it was written beautifully in that sense. It feels real, these problems, these troubles these people have feel close,
This is actually the last question.
Oh. So briefly for all the actors, just to quickly note on, can you hear me? I'm sorry. Just quickly about how you prepared for your roles, and then also what are your expectations for the film?
Well, one thing we did, I worked with Rick Lipton, who was our dialect coach on the movie, and he gave me some great tips, and he was very knowledgeable of, reminding me that you can't just put on a southern accent to prepare for, to be a kid from a southern town living in this conservative environment. You have to feel like what those kids feel like, and you have to understand where that comes from, the whole southern hospitality thing, and what drives all of that. And so I just think it's important to be aware of their environment and the atmosphere that they're living in. It's not like we were saying, oh, did you see what Lena tweeted the other day? Like, there's none of that. It's not like we're adding a lot of pop culture references. I think this movie feels timeless. And I'm sorry, now I got off track. What was your question? To prepare, yes. Yeah, but I was gonna say Rick Lipton. Yeah, he looked up. I had looked up a lot of Southern colloquialisms, which are like a lot of Southern phrases. Yeah, and Richard was really cool about letting me kind of rewrite a couple lines or add my own twist on things, which was awesome. It's great freedom to have as an actor. And so yeah, I think a lot of it was just kind of getting in the Southern sense of things.
For me, it was all about this character is constantly putting on a show, except for the very few moments where you see her vulnerability underneath. So for me, it was about the embodiment of how does she walk, how does she strut, what is her tone of voice she uses when she wants to kind of like manipulate you, and sugar, and it's lower, and it's Southern, and molassesy, and it was really about pushing it as far as I could go before Richard would be like, okay, too far. So it was really an exercise in being over the top and being full of your own sexuality and full of yourself, and it was really fun. And my expectation is that the movie's going to kick ass.
So I got the part at 8 in the morning, and I was in a car at 4 in the afternoon on the way to the airport to go film the movie. And a week later, we started shooting. So a lot of my preparing for the role was trying to realize, okay, I'm in New Orleans, and I'm in a movie, and really just asking who this guy is. Rick Lipton, the dialect coach, super helpful. Understanding the context of this southern town was really huge, and actually informed a lot of the scenes and the way people talk to each other and what these games are that people play and these fronts that they put up towards each other. And then really just, finding a point of view on how my character feels about the other characters. And what was nice about it is I couldn't overthink anything. I was really just there and had to go instinctually, and that was great. So yeah, and then getting the accent.
What really helped me was being able to change my appearance, kind of, and then change my hair color and make my big fake nails, different things that made me feel not in my everyday. I don't know. It was important for me because this character is I don't want to be pigeonholed to that character because it's such an amazingly broad person, and I felt like I needed to understand her. Like I mentioned before, not judging her. So I went to kind of these. I'm Jewish, and I don't know much about her kind of religious ways. So I went to churches a lot, and I watched a lot of videos, and I tried to get the accent, and I wanted it to be different. I wanted a kind of manipulative, kind of high-pitched, mean Southern accent. You know what I mean? Because usually it sounds nice. It sounds like nice. Southern accents are fun to listen to. I wanted it to be different, and I wanted her to be different from me, but also feel as if I could relate to her. So yeah. What about you? He's in the movie, you guys. Huh? He is. He's in the movie. I wasn't supposed to say it.
All right, you guys. Thanks so much for coming. Really appreciate it.
Richard batteries, I did get. I wasn't here. I wasn't thinking about
E, are you going to grab the pictures for me?
I gotta steal it. Thank you so much for coming. Oh my God. What is J14? Perry, thank you. I'll see you at the next out and about. Hey guys, how are you? Ladies, are you going up to the Sirius Radio?
No. Well, yeah, where are we going?
person in the middle, and it'll be like.
If you have a phone, can we do the jobs like somebody's recording, somebody's taking photos on the phone, somebody's.
Well, and that's the thing. can't video record these.
Right.
We are we're taking a picture with everybody.
That would be great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna do photos.
That would be great.
That would be great. So you have to be in the picture with them.
They're gonna be great.
But yeah, so we have to like transcribe the interviews and then we have to
Yeah, if you want to add to any questions, like read what we have and add to it. Like we have talked about all of them before, so we have interviewed him. And some questions already. them, and there'll be like 4 bars, and then before I even use them, they're down to 3.
Better quality.
I think you should make them take off your prom photos. Like when I take them out for prom. I wish I had like a headband with like a big thing on it so I could like, but I could put it around my arm like a corsage, some kind of flower or something. A flower on my arm.
The moment we walked in, I threw my stuff down and I was like,
cast members that were coming up. So at one point I completely sent her wrong information. It was like really funny. Like I'm pretty sure it was just like something stupid like Julia Jones or something. But she wasn't in New Moon. Yeah. And so this was before Eclipse came out. And so like I literally like allowed her to like think that Julia Jones was in New Moon. She kept asking all these questions. And Julia Jones was like, So, well, I'm not actually in New Moon because that was what was nominated, but it was before Eclipse came out. So like, I was just like, and then at one point she like ate a hot dog or something and reapplied her red lipstick. This girl next to me ate a hot dog in the press line in between interviews, and she had red lipstick all over her teeth, and I did not even tell her. I told her and I was like,
I totally did not know that my thing was on.